is it your plan to deport everyone who is here illegally over the next 4 years?
Well, I think you have to do it. And it's a very tough thing to do. You know, you have rules, regulations, laws. They came in illegally. You know, the people that have been treated very unfairly are the people that have been online for 10 years to come into the country. And we're going to make it very easy for people to come in terms of they have to pass the test. They have to be able to tell you what the Statue of Liberty is. They have to tell you a little bit about our country. They have to love our country.
Yeah, welcome and welcome again to Willy Docu Stories. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Today we're calling it out. Latino for Trump sold us out. While our families were being deported, while our culture was being mocked, and while Trump built his campaign on fear and division, some of our own cheered him on. But let me ask you this. When did loyalty to a politician become more important than loyalty to our people? This isn't just a disagreement, it's a betrayal. Let's break it down in these videos.
I'm an immigrant, a legal immigrant to the United States of America, and I'm very proud of it. Yes, I stand against what's been happening at our border. That is unacceptable. As a legal immigrant, I went through the whole process, and it took years for me to get my documents in order. It took me a lot of money, a lot of stress, and a lot of hard work. And that's how it should be. The United States has no obligation whatsoever to help anyone from any other countries, especially now when its own people are suffering. If you want to migrate to the United States, do it the right way. Plan accordingly, save money, work hard, and do it the legal way. The doors are always going to be open for you. If you're a good citizen, a hardworking person, you're going to have the best opportunities of your life here. But if you're not, you are not welcome here. I mean, at least that's how it used to be. Now it seems that you are. Now it seems that the United States is opening its doors to just anyone that wants to move to America. No matter if you're a good person, a bad person, what your past says about you, who cares about that? Come in, we're going to take you. If you start killing people over here, if you start robbing people, committing crimes, we're just going to release you with no bail. This has just become unacceptable. And every legal immigrant should stand together and start talking about it because American citizens are tired of it. And legal immigrants are also. You just don't move to a new country not knowing where you're going to sleep. You don't do that. Not knowing anyone and what you're going to do. And if you do that, then you better hurry up and come here, get in front of Home Depot, find a job, and do something about it. Because that's how most of our illegal immigrants have always done it. Before Biden said that he was going to give everyone everything for free. We need to start accepting that some human beings are just not good for society. They don't want to work, and they will rely on free things forever. And we cannot afford having these people here. This is a country for hardworking people, people who dream, people who achieve, not losers, not people who want to rely on government assistance forever, especially coming from different countries where I'm pretty sure they supported the same policies that are making American people poorer right now. And now they want to run away from it. How funny, huh?
You can still be deported from the U.S. despite being a legal permanent resident. It happened to me, and I'm going to tell you how it could happen to you or your family members. When you receive your permanent legal residence, I think it's misleading for it to be labeled permanent because it's not permanent. It's very conditional, and you have to renew it every so often. In my case, I had committed crimes of moral turpitude while I had my green card, and because of that, I became deportable under immigration law. Certain crimes that you commit make it so that the government can petition to take away your green card. In my case, I had committed felony fraud. Now, it doesn't have to necessarily be felony fraud. There are many crimes that could be considered possibly like a misdemeanor in criminal court, but under immigration law, if they fit certain standards, they can make you deportable. So it is a common misconception that if you have papers, you're safe. Not always. And everything that's going on, I was reported during the first administration. I was considered a documented immigrant. Documented immigrants with any type of criminal record will also be placed on the chopping.
Oh man, we got some immigration officers coming.
How's it going, officer? Registration, please.
Oh yeah, of course, officer. Here. Yeah, my name is John. Here, I'm American.
Let me see.
I voted for Donald Trump.
Where are you coming from?
I was just working. You know what? In this, I was working in these apartment complexes. There's a lot of immigrants of
Be
SU.
quiet. You look very illegal too.
Sir, I voted for Donald Trump. My name is John Rivers.
Your name is not John Rivers.
Sir, that's John Rivers.
It says Juan
I was
Rios.
Yeah, but Juan Rios is my Mexican name. I'm
You're
American.
gonna have to get out the car.
Sir, I'm
You're
American.
gonna have to get out the car.
I voted for Donald Trump. Are you kidding me?
So I'm coming for Latinos for Trump every day, every time. When I can, I'm doing it. Because the Republican budget plan just came out, and where's the no tax on tips? Not there. Where's the no tax on overtime? Not there. No tax on income? Not there either. You know what is there? Tax cut for the rich. Lowest there's ever been. But you bozos who kept screaming that he was going to do so much for the economy, that he was a businessman. He's a scammer. And we tried to tell you that he was not for you. Okay? So that just goes to show you, and I hope you're going to learn so many lessons. And they're going to be difficult ones. And we're not going to hold your hand while you learn them. All right? Te calmas o te calmo, like at 100. So you guys enjoy this. Have fun with that.
I don't ever want to hear that Trump isn't racist, because what's happening right now is 1000% about color. He's targeting innocent Latinos and deporting them, tearing families apart, even deporting Americans. He's deported American children with cancer without their medical supplies. On top of that, he's deporting people that are actually in the legal process of becoming Americans. Meanwhile, on Monday, he is welcoming white, keyword white, South Africans into America. He's providing them housing, prepaid phones, weather appropriate clothing, groceries, house furnishings, all while also saying that Latinos are draining the economy. Are you, like, be so fucking for real. Be so fucking for real, because these are the same Latinos that work multiple jobs. When have you seen a Latino immigrant begging on the street? Oh, wait. Latino immigrants work multiple jobs, don't even qualify for the benefits that he falsely claims that they are abusing. Babe, they can't even get these benefits. They will sell you flowers, wash your car, wash your house, wash the dishes. They do everything. They don't qualify for these benefits. You think if they qualified for these benefits that they would have all these multiple jobs, babe? Oh my God, like, at this point, I just don't want to hear it. I feel like there's so many people that I know personally that have been gaslighting me, constantly saying, oh, Trump he's not racist, he loves Latinos. Then make it make sense. Make it make sense. And then the ACLU has already reported there has been so many U.S. citizens that have been arrested and detained because they have been racially profiled. Yeah, for the color of their skin and for speaking Spanish. So please, I don't want to fucking hear it. It is about race. It is about color. If you're black and brown in America, you are targeted. And right now they're trying to get rid of habeas corpus, which is going to eliminate your right to resist arrest. So, yeah. For all the Latinos that voted for Trump, babe, it's you or me next at the end of the day. Like, this is about color. This is about preserving whiteness. This has always been that. And, you know, I don't think that we are at a point to, like, blame the Latinos that voted for Trump anymore. I think it's just wake up. Like, there's literally nothing that he's doing that's going to benefit you. Nothing. And I don't think that you need to wait for it to, like, personally affect you for you to wake up. I really beg and implore you to do your own research and just wake up. This isn't right. This is so sad.
I'm just going to say it. If you're a fellow Latino or especially a Puerto Rican who's voting for Trump, I think you're a complete sellout. You're not only selling out our country, but you're selling out our people, our community, our Latinas. And let me tell you why specifically I'm pointing out Puerto Ricans. As a fellow Boricua, let's forget a moment that Mark Anthony just recently talked about when he was our president, visited Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria, threw paper towels and denied us billions of dollars in relief while many of us died, calling our land disgusting. What I'm referring to us, Puerto Ricans specifically, we have something unique that many other Latinos don't in this country. We get to stand in our own privilege of being US citizens, where we never have to worry about being deported. But many of us who grew up in Latino communities, who came here to fight to be here, who have children here, because in our community, everybody's a tia and tío and cousin. If Trump becomes president and you're gonna know somebody, a neighbor, who's gonna have their kids separated from their mothers and their fathers, that's important too. We always forget about the dads. And if you don't know anybody directly, trust me, there are people in healthcare, construction, agriculture, so many farmers, so many Latinos come here and they do the job that many people would never do for the price that they get. Here in New York City, in our restaurants, so many of them are our chefs, our sous chefs, our servers, our bartenders, our barbacks. But they do it because they work hard and they see the value. It feels like they're literally the backbone of our economy right now. Those voting for a man who don't care about this struggle is a betrayal to all these people working in our country. Supporting Trump is turning a blind eye to all the damage he has caused our people. When he's talking about mass deportation, he's not talking about Canadians, he's not talking about Europeans. It's all Latinos because they're all murderers, criminals, and rapists. You're one of those few Latinos that made it into some serious money, so you want a tax break, or you're just a Latino that's misinformed. Whichever it is, you voting for him, you're a sellout. And if you're not gonna do it for yourself, do it for the children and do it for our Latinas, our mothers, the women. Don't get me started on the reproductive rights.
I ask all the Latinos that are citizens in the United States that voted for Donald Trump, after you see these ICE raids, after you see the way Trump and his administration are treating Latinos throughout the United States, whether you still think Trump is great and whether he's going to make America great again the way he treats Latino people. What do you think? Love to hear from everybody. Let me know. Trump said they were going after the criminals. They're not going after the criminals. They're going after the children, the high school students, anybody they can snatch up, according to Stephen Miller. So I hope my Latinos that voted for Trump, I hope you're happy with what they're doing. Love to hear from you. Love to hear from my Democrats, my MAGAs, my crazies, my cuckoos, and my burned out light bulbs too. Let me know.
Immigrants, whether they are documented, undocumented, if they're legal or illegal, immigrants that come to this country deserve our respect. They are risking everything they have to come here for a better way of life. Most of them, like 99% of them, are law-abiding citizens just trying to make their way and provide for their families. So when you say, why do you want illegals to stay? It doesn't matter if they're legal or illegal, they're still human beings. And I don't really care if someone has paperwork or doesn't have paperwork. If they come to work every single day, they do their very best to bust their butt and give all, earn the money that they want, care about whether or not they're legal or illegal. Because guess what? As someone that's a business owner or someone that works alongside people that are illegal, I look at it as like this. If this person is putting this amount of effort to do their job and do it well, then they deserve my respect. They deserve to make money. They deserve to be able to provide for their families. They shouldn't be treated like criminals and then detained and deported and ripped away from the family that they've been working so hard to provide for. If you have a problem with that, leave a comment. If you agree with me, please leave a comment. If you guys are sympathetic to the people, please leave some kind of heart, follow, share.
Yeah, welcome again to Really Docu Stories. And Latino for Trump, let's be real. You sold us out while families were being deported, while kids were locked in cages. You smiled and waved at the flag. Trump didn't just target illegal immigrants, he targeted our identity. He called the Mexican rapist. He mocked our culture. He empowered ICE to tear apart Latino communities. And yet, some of you still backed him. Why? Let's not pretend. Let's not pretend at all. You weren't embraced. You were used to prove that Trump wasn't a racist. While he passed policies that hurt all of us, immigrant rights stripped. But some of you still thought being the good immigrant will earn you a seat at the table. This isn't just politics. It's betrayal, a betrayal of our families, our history, our struggle. If you're still standing with Trump, ask yourself this. Are you standing with the people or are you standing alone? It's time to choose. Because when they come for you, when they come for your cousin, when they come for your neighbor, even you, that red heart won't protect you. For sure. That was my comment about this Latino for Trump. But if you feel that this video is helpful, please subscribe. And if you're ready to hear more truth and not watered down version, this channel is for you. This is where we keep it real. Yeah, please share, subscribe, and let's meet again in the next episode. Thank you.